Hello, so I had a request for a wedding card with a detailed background with gold. They wanted Mr. and Mrs. and congratulations. So this is what I came up with. They also wanted it to be a money card holder. So that's the inside. So what we have here is the Mr. and Mrs. With congratulations. It is gold embossed. Okay, and this is die cutted on this very vanilla color, and these die cuts are from Thoughtful Expression dies. So it's these ones here. So I have them actually over here. So I just use these two. I cut the bigger one in the gold foil and this one in the very vanilla, and just layered them together. And you get this beautiful design. I think it's really, really pretty. And you can kind of spin it. There's no like top or bottom. I chose to go with it like this at the top. I did play with it, but that's the way I liked it the best. And then, like I said, I just gold embossed the sentiment. The Mr. and Mrs. is from Heartfelt Hexagon. And the congratulations is from Love and Happiness. Both Stampin' Up! Sets. The little heart embellishments, they're from a Valentine's Day set of little heart embellishments. I don't know what they're actually called. I only had a strip of them, but they're really, really pretty, and they kind of have like a mirror finish to them. This little greenery part that I used is actually from the Thoughtful Expressions dies as well. It's from that set too. So you just added that. These little paper flowers, these are not Stampin' Up! They're just something I had, and it matched the paper really pretty. So I just kind of poked those through and added that in. But I think it ties it in really nice because you have flower detail in this embossing pattern. So this embossing pattern is one of the very first embossing folders I ever got. And it's not one I use very often, but it's this one here. So it has that heart in the middle. So my sentiment actually covers that heart cutout because I didn't necessarily like it for this card because it was a thinner card. But this is the pattern, and like I said, this is one of the very first embossing folders I ever got. But it's one that I don't find I use very often anymore. But yeah, it's really pretty and really detailed. So that's the embossing. And then this paper at the bottom here is this really pretty, comes in 3 different colors. So it comes in this this beige or very vanilla with gold accents. There's a green and there's also a red. It's really, really pretty. So I kind of put that on the bottom. And then I just stuck some ribbon, and so it covered where the two separated. The reason I did them separate is because the embossing folder only did this portion of the front. And rather than trying to match it or add to the bottom, I just used this paper. I thought it went really well with the card design with the very vanilla and the gold accents. So that's why I added that. And then I also tied that paper in the inside. And this is like the little pocket where you would put your money for the gift. So that's the card. I hope you like it. I don't have any measurements on this one. I just kind of cut until I liked the size it was and lined up. That's one thing I have a really hard time with is measuring. I just kind of line things up and cut to where I find it's appeasing to my eye. So this one does not have any measurements other than the card itself is 8.5 long by 4, and then I've just kind of cut down from there. So that's the card.